I am doing a voiceover with a light background music. You can.
On a particular day, while heading to my office, I walked towards the lift and entered it. As soon as it opened, suddenly the lift stopped on the fourth floor, and I saw a familiar face approaching me. It was my ex husband, and we both exchanged glances. He looked surprised and pleased to see me after several years and offered his hand for a greeting. I was taken aback and just tried to absorb the moment, as it was not a normal occurrence for me to run into my ex husband Kim Tae in a lift. In 3 years since my separation from my ex husband, stopped all my thoughts and shook hands with him. We greeted each other, and I thought this was it. The moment was going to end soon. However, he asked if we could have a cup of coffee and talk about our lives. I couldn't disagree with his plan, as we made a promise to not hold any hate or regrets in our hearts for each other when we separated. I agreed to meet with him, and we stopped at a nearby cafe. As I was about to pull out a chair to sit down, he chivalrously pulled out a chair for me, which made me feel good and reminded me of our previous enjoyable moments together. So we both sat down, and I told him about my new job and how I helped my mother move from her old apartment. He was very proud of me. Then I asked him about his life. So when he told me that I had quit my job, I was taken aback. Are you serious? I asked, how can you do this? How are you surviving? He replied, lady, hold on, let me finish. I explained that I had indeed quit my job but had started my own business. I was like, oh, Kim, you scared me. I'm sorry, he replied with a chuckle. A bit embarrassed, I decided to change the subject. So, what do you do in your free time? I asked with a smile.
I like to give time to my loved ones, he replied, still smiling. As I pondered this, I realized I should have asked about his mother first. Oh, Kim, how is your mother? How's her health? I inquired. My mother is okay. She's actually in abroad right now on vacations. Well, that's great, I responded before he added, but I was talking about my fiance. I like spending time with her on weekends. I was silent for a moment for what Kim had just said, and it was clear that Kim is a family oriented person, and that's what I liked about him. That's really sweet, I replied, finally with a smile on my face, and then I said, I think now I should leave. Kim replied, sure, no problem, understandingly. It was nice chatting with you, and I stood up to leave. Kim waved a goodbye, and I felt content of our conversation at coffee shop. However, while walking home, his words began to feel painful about how he said I gave my leisure time to my loved ones because I used to be his priority in past. After our divorce, he replaced me so easily while I remained single and unable to move on. I sighed deeply and convinced it's hard for women to forget their first love.